was unable to land at the DMZ on account of heavy fog.
Today is the 9th.
Club and city.
So
and then
Monday,
you got this record
6,
with Premier,
7,
DJ
8.
Premier,
Today's the 8th.
We're gonna play it as part of our World Check segment we do every morning.
And I'm doing my regular. You can hear the radio in the background. I try to listen to talk radio and not music in the mornings because I like to control what goes in my ear so early in the morning. But yeah, it's my morning commute. 5 days out of the week I drive, and obviously Monday through Friday. I take an hour trip. For some of my videos, you see me with the Purchase College sweatshirt on. That's because that's where I work in the morning. So I drive down here for a couple hours, do some athletic training, work in the sports medicine department, and then drive back. It's an hour commute each way. An hour there, hour back, and I was up at 4:30. I start driving probably around 5:45 after I wash the dishes and take the dog out in the morning and then cook some breakfast. I head out at about 5:45. I like to be up at least an hour before I have to be somewhere or before I have to leave the house, just because I like that preparation. I'm not good with, I am good with it, but I just think you're better served when you take your time as opposed to waking up at 5 o'clock, getting ready in 30 minutes, which I can do and I've done when I've overslept, but I like having that hour of preparation so I make sure I'm ready for the day. I don't forget anything. But yeah, so my hour commute, as you can see, it's a little bit lighter out. It's a little bit lighter out because of daylight savings. So you see, so you can see the sun rising a little bit normally before daylight savings. So imagine an hour earlier. It's right now at 6:30. I have to be there at 7, so I'll probably arrive 20 minutes early. At 6:30 in the morning, it was still dark. It was still very dark out. I'd arrive and it'd be pitch black. So the daylight savings allows for some sunlight to be up, so that's nice. But yeah, I was telling you in the last video, it's I don't work a 9 to 5, but I'm always moving. This morning, and you'll see later. This morning, I should say, go back to yesterday. Yesterday, I did the same thing in the morning. Came back to the house. I made my system for November, my success system for November. So I said goodbye to Ashley as she went down to the city. She goes out to the city 3 days out of the week for her college, her master's program, and then I picked up one of my athletes and we went to the track. And I was giving him a workout to do at the track because he missed Monday's workout with the track club, and I also was meeting somebody there for a soccer training session, which you can see on I had it on my Instagram. I think I took it down, but you'll see a YouTube video up more than likely later this week or next week of him training. But I was training him for soccer. He's going to do the semi-pro foot thing. As you know, I like to train athletes that are trying to do something big like that, go semi-pro and then go professional. So I'm training him for the semi-pro, and he'll be going off to college after, about with the semi-pro team next summer. So I was training him at 1 o'clock. I brought one of my athletes, so I was doing double duty. And after that, my battery died. Yeah, the battery, sorry, making a turn, changing lanes. The battery in my car died, so I was stuck out there from 2 to probably 6, because the training sessions ended at like 2:30, an hour, maybe an hour some change, just to cover some extra stuff with the soccer guy and the track guy. And then I was heading home, ready to head home, and the battery died. So I was sitting out there because I didn't realize the battery was dead until a couple hours later. I thought there was something wrong with the car. This didn't present like a regular battery dying. The car was like a haunted house. Lights were flickering, and the locks were locking and unlocking by themselves, and it was a whole big mess. So eventually my friends came back. Dabney, you've seen him in a couple earlier episodes he's doing the semi-pro football, one of the Lifestylehurdles athletes, and Fabian is the gentleman that does the soccer with me. They came back and helped jump my car, but essentially I lost 4 hours, because when I got home it was probably 6:30, and then I had a business call with one of the sponsors of the track club. I was talking to him for about an hour, so I wasn't done handling business till around 8 o'clock. And at 8 o'clock, I mean, I want to be in bed by 9. So I just kind of relaxed, and there's a lot of work that I was supposed to do during that time that I missed out on. And, you know, of course, my system is set up such that I can get an amount of work done and make sure that I'm always on task. So I missed out on a couple hours because of that. But again, that is part of the journey, is that when you're not a professional, life gets in the way of you in the process. You know, so I'm trying to build these businesses, this track team. I'm trying to train, and I'm training other people, obviously. So there's a lot of things that have to be sanctioned in my schedule, and something like a dead battery takes up hours of my day, which I need to get jumper cables in my car. It takes up an hour of my day, that a couple hours that I'm missing out on sections of my system that I put in place because of life, car troubles, something that everybody has. So this morning I was slated to do a lifting session and track club business for the next couple hours. So working on the sponsorships and paperwork and trying to get these kids academic assistance, because that's a big part of it. I need to have kids that are dedicated to their academics, so I'm trying to get them tutors and this and that. So instead of lifting early, I'm gonna go straight to making up all the work that I didn't do yesterday in those 4 hours. I'm gonna try to bang them out in two or three before I'm done and I head back. And when I'm done with that work, hopefully I go home and I deal with the dog at home. I take him out. Then I'll go do some hills, and so I might do some hills before I go home, to be honest. And my lifting session, I'm actually just gonna push that back. I'm gonna go to the high school today, and I'll just lift at the high school because I have track practice at 4 o'clock. I might as well go to the high school at 2. Do a lift, and then head over to coach my track club at 4. That gives me 2 hours to lift, get over with the track club, and then hopefully I can get back on track by tonight. But again, that's part of it. That's part of not having the luxury of just being paid to train. Training is completely free, and I have to do it to get to a point where I'm paid, and handle life along the way. This is the inside. This is where I work. So I lift, and it's a little dark right now because nobody else is here. I lift 3 mornings out of the week. So this is where I lift. I lift once on the weekends, 3 mornings out of the week. So yeah, like I said, the weekends are when I lift here. And this is the office that I work out of. I won't show you guys everything, but it is dark now. This is the office I work out of every morning. So I'm doing my work right now. I keep both computers up because one I keep all my personal stuff on, and then one anything general that I can do, I try to do on the big computer. Because even though I work here, this definitely ain't mine. I was gonna record the screen for you so you could see what I'm looking at. I might do that later actually, but this is my plan, my system plan for November. So I'll zoom in on that, see if it's hard to really see. Now that's my plan for November. right? So you can't really see on that, but here's my mornings when I'm here at work. These are every day of the week, so we got Monday through Sunday up top, and the time of day. So we have 7 to 11 here, 11 to 12, 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4:30 to 6, and 6 to 8. And then each of it is broken down into a certain thing. So here from 11 to 12 and then 1 to 2, I have my business visits to visit businesses and promote my personal marketing. And then I'm at the track for some speed endurance this month. Then here again I have a 2-hour blocked out for business visits and at the track again. I have personal time here, time for the dog. Hills, some Lifestylehurdles training sessions. So this is yesterday, Tuesday. I was training at the soccer field and with a track athlete there as well. Here I have 2 to 4 and 4:30 to 6 blocked out on Tuesdays and Thursdays for my fitness, and then I coach the track and field team. I try to give them a little extra time Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then on Wednesdays they get regular time for practice, so 2:30 to 4 or 4:30. So I give them extra time with me 2 days out of the week because I have the track club here 3 days a week. Saturday is a little bit more open but still has a schedule. And then at the top I have some key concepts I want to focus on this month. So this month is fitness and speed endurance. Overall fitness, because I'm still obviously working towards getting into race shape, but also I got some speed endurance up top for overall speed, because I need to start getting those muscles attuned to moving as fast as I'm going to want them to. The first competition's in December, so I have to be fit, but a couple days out of the week I do need to turn it up a notch and get those muscles firing as fast as I'm going to need them to. And then I have down here just some more tips, because Saturdays and Sundays, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I may have competitions, so some of this may have to be adjustable. So that's what I have down here, this competition, so you have to be very flexible. And this is the one for October. October Saturdays I had free for training. I had some naps put in there because I was still adjusting to the schedule, but now I don't have the naps in there. And then they get more notes. What do I have this morning? Because of yesterday, I missed out on, what was yesterday, Tuesday? I missed out on my fitness training, so I'm gonna have to make that up later this week, but I think I'll be okay with that. I'm always active, so I'm not too worried about it. It's just kind of caution. And I wasn't able to cook or clean when I got home yesterday, so I have to take care of those when I get home. Refreshing and relearning some skills that I just want to learn. I'm trying to do that at night now. It's always good to refresh on things that yes, you have some semblance of knowledge, but you also should continue to learn things and keep them fresh in your mind. So this morning I had slated, and I'll be backed up on the blog releases. Today I was supposed to release a blog, but I'm a little backed up because of the last 2 weeks. I head home and take care of Ang, which is my dog's name. I'm going to change this here. Change this here, move that there. So I'll go, right after this, I'll go straight to do Hills before I go home to Ang, because I don't want to leave him for too many hours in the house. And then I have track, training, and then tutoring and core later today. So what do I have this morning? I have to make up for the Lifestylehurdles work that I'm supposed to be doing, putting together some training plans for a lot of my family, but also an old friend of mine that's in Florida, and doing the online training. So it's a lot of work, but I like the variability, and I like that I can help people who aren't here immediately, because a lot of my family is, some of them are close and some of them aren't close by, so I can make training plans and send it to them, just to know that I can impact their health even from such a distance away. And that's something that being able to impact lives when you're not directly involved in them is a powerful thing. Many great people are able to do it. If this is my way of doing it, if this is the way that the universe has intended me to impact lives outside of my immediate direction, the immediate path that I'm on, then this is the way I'm going to do it, and I enjoy it. So yeah, stay tuned, because again, today is more business day, but I have to figure out a balance between life and work, and a lot of the times that's what stops a lot of people from achieving what they need to achieve. The fact that they're so concerned with life, and I am too. Obviously yesterday, like I said, the car had to get fixed, so I had to take care of that. But if you make a system and you're passionate about it, and you're passionate but also willing to be disciplined and make a plan, then you should be able to get over any type of obstacles in your way. I like to exaggerate the meaning behind lifestyle hurdles, because a lot of people think it's strictly track and field directed and hurdle directed. And one thing I learned in my time as a hurdler was that, yes, everybody loves to sprint and get from finish to finish at the end. Some people like to do long distance and just go the long haul. But hurdles to me were not just an event that I was able to excel in and have fun, because the monotony of just running was not very exciting to me, but also it taught me that when life puts obstacles in your way, you find a way to get over them. Be it injuries that I've had, where you have to come back and get over the hurdles, or the academic route that I had to go through. So I had to go through the college, and I had to do my clinical hours and observation hours, and those are extra hours on top of life hours, on top of academics, on top of athletics. And then social life had to find its way in there. So in college I had a lot of hurdles to get over, and even now, again, with the battery thing and then having to do my hour here and an hour back commute, life gives you a lot of obstacles that you have to traverse. So this is my illustration of how I go about doing it. And today I showed you didn't see it too in depth, and I'll add some video illustrations of me looking at it more closely. But today you saw I set up a plan that says this is what you got to do, this is where you've got to be, and when life hands you lemons, you move around it and get what you have to get done. But you eventually learn how to get over these obstacles, and that's what I'm teaching the athletes that I'm training. This was one of the obstacles I had to face yesterday, but hey, I got over it, and now I'm gonna work towards the next one, because I know there's gonna be another one. There's no sense of getting over a hurdle and sprinting to the finish when you know life is gonna send you another one. You sprint over it and you get over the hurdle and you run and you prepare for the next one. And by prepare, I mean you don't pick your head, you don't stare at it and worry about it. You find a way to attack it, so that when life tries to throw you another hurdle, you're already well past where they want to put a hurdle in your way, an obstacle in your way. And the better you get, the harder life gets. That's just the way it is. So, but also, the harder life gets, the better you are. If you follow the Lifestyle Hurdles motto, the better you are at handling hurdles, to the point where you can get over them things nice and swiftly. Alright, so stay tuned for the rest of the episodes.
Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. I just been living online, my city don't show me no love, and that's fine. Fuck local radio stations, I got more plays than all of these rappers combined. I'm going again, I've been going in, I'm fed up with so many things, I gotta just let it all out. I'm talking about the shit they've been talking about, telling me I should do this, telling me I should do that, telling me things about rap, talking the truth and that stab in my back, they will knock me off track. No, too many things have been building, been hard to deal with, I just been drinking. Remember my moves in the past, I'm wondering what was I thinking. Lately I'm living in fear, wondering what if the end is so near. All of this shit going on, the shootings are strong, one shot to the head and I'm gone. I'm losing control but I can't let it go, cause I'm trying to get more, and I've been in the moment, I've been in the zone, and I'm moving alone. I don't pick up the phone when my family call, I've been doing it wrong and I don't know what's happening. Trying to get what I just been imagining, getting close and I just been examining all of the fake shit the game has been packaging. I've been keeping it real, I've been doing what.
So today's hill, we started all the way down there. I'm gonna take it all the way up, through, and up to the top of the hill. Roughly it will mimic a little over 200 meters, depending on how fast you run it. But I'd say the hill maybe is 150 meters. Now I laid out cones here, definitely not fun cones. But each cone represents what I'm doing at a point on the hill. So there are the other two cones. Right, so the first cone right there is my acceleration point. So I start off running back here. I'll start off running back here, up around. When I get to that first cone, I accelerate by putting more force into the ground, not by turning my feet over. Once I get to this cone, whatever speed I've generated, I'm going to carry that speed with technique all the way up here to this cone. And once I get to this cone, I'm going from that cone all the way up to that stop sign. And that's technique. Because as you know, during a race, you have three points during a race. You have an acceleration point, you have a full speed portion, and then maximum velocity, you call it, a max velocity portion of the race, and the rest is deceleration. So when I'm practicing up the hill, it's still uphill running, but breaking it down, one makes it a little bit easier, but it also gets me in a mental game planning. Because track and field and sprinting, anything above, actually everything, even 55 meters, even a 40-yard dash, there's a technique to running it. There's a game plan to running it. There's a way to run it right, and there's a way to run it wrong, incorrectly. So today I'm working on both endurance and fitness of running these hills with minimal rest. I'm working on increasing my power, which will increase my stride length when I'm running flatter ground. It's also working on some lactic acid tolerance because running uphill produces a lot more lactic acid and breakdown of muscle than running flat, because it requires more power to get up the muscles, more of the bigger muscles. And the third thing is I'm working on the game plan. So like I said, I come through and that's the first cone there. That's the first cone there, and once I run up from that back there, once I run around, I run up, that point's where I'm gonna start. I'm gonna accelerate faster than I'm already going by putting more force to the ground, up to that cone where I'm carrying that speed through the third cone. Once I'm at the third cone, I'm trying to maintain that speed and continue with technique, right? So pumping the arms vigorously, making sure I'm getting a good frontside mechanics as I'm going up the hill, and make sure that I'm not starting to collapse and fall apart with my technique as I go up the hill. The plan for today is 6 to 8. I'm working on a time budget because the commute this morning was a little tiresome. I had to do a lot of work, and I got to get home and stick to my plan to go take care of the dog. So 6 to 8 is the plan. More than likely I'll get it done, but I have to keep watching the clock to make sure I can get home and take care of that before I go back to the weight room at 2 o'clock. And then once I leave the weight room at 2 o'clock, I have to go to coach my track team at 4, so I get 2 hours to lift. Yep, so here we go.
I'm going till I got a flat line, connecting with people like landline. I've been blowing up like a landmine. I put myself on like a combine, knowing the way that they're going. I'm ready for more, I don't wait on the sideline. I'm feeling like 2011 when Drizzy was dropping them hits like his headlines. I don't understand what I can't do. If I cut you off, then I had to. I'm staying up late like it's fast food, the life of a rapper who in school. I don't wanna hear all the people who been trying to give me advice. If you haven't done it before, then don't give your opinion about what you think I should go do with my life. Ayy, I put the team on my back, I do it all for the family. Everyone think they can rap, nobody ever gon' challenge me. Starting my week on a Sunday, they think they can make it in one day. I just been ready to take off, waiting my turn on the runway. Never be turning around, never be turning around, ayy. Never be slowing it down, never be slowing it down, ayy. I keep my foot on the gas, I keep my foot on the gas, ayy. I know I'm never gon' crash, I know I'm never gon' crash, ayy. Never be turning around, never be turning around, ayy. Never be slowing it down, never be slowing it down, ayy. I keep my foot on the gas, I keep my foot on the gas, ayy. I know I'm never gon' crash, I know I'm never gon' crash, ayy.